Hello, my name is Prism, and welcome to the first episode of My Thoughts. Today is mostly going to be my own thoughts on the YouTube community as a whole, before I delve into the more specific fandom topics of my channel. Now, before someone goes into the comments screaming, clickbaiter, hear me out. I don't want to jump into a heavy topic immediately for multiple reasons. First and foremost, I do not want to be overly cynical. That is not a very effective way to build an audience and isn't healthy for the community as a whole. Secondly, I think the more important channels can handle the important topics while I try and build an audience doing analysis on other things. After all, people tend to like positivity more than cynicism. Finally, I don't want to create large expectations for my channel and watch it fail. I believe that if I ease into this, things will go much easier in the long run, rather than doing a crash and burn of putting all my effort in my first few videos, only to not get any views and give up with my wasted effort. Now, on the other hand, for those of you who don't like analysis, I'd also start a gaming section for those of you who are into that kind of thing. And with that paragraph worth of script out of the way, let us get to the actual meat of the video. Overall, I think YouTube has a rather nice set of little sub-communities. We have, in the three broadest communities which I watch, gaming, analysis, and music. The gaming community mostly consists of three little subtypes: casual, competitive, and funny. The casual community plays games like Team Fortress 2 and Rainbow Six Siege, mostly for their entertainment value, as well as games that don't naturally fit into the funny section, like horror games. The competitive community plays games like CSGO and Overwatch, mostly for their competitive value rather than their entertainment value. These particular gamers also tend to have relatively high subscriber counts compared to the casual community. And then we have the funny YouTubers, the ones like Vanoss and Dahi Denogla, who play games and then make funny videos about the moments they had playing those games. Out of these three communities, funny channels tend to have the highest subscriber counts out of the three, since they tend to attract the most people. And now analysis. This is going to be hard. Next, we have the analysis community, and this is going to alienate some of my viewers, but please hear me out. Generally, there are two different types of analysts in the MLP fandom. We have analysts like Lily Orchard, who actually isn't part of the fandom but has done MLP analysis, work with me here, and Finn the Pony, who do this job and are actually doing it for the good of the community. And then there's everybody else. I'm going to go on a rant about Silverquill specifically. If Silver sees this video, well, don't send your entire bloody fanbase after me, but we don't like sugarcoating here. Your analytical style is fine, you see deep into most problems. However, avoiding negativity whenever possible isn't good for consumers. Yes, I'm aware brownies love positivity, or at least negativity that's doused in asterisks, but for heaven's sake, stop this shice and start talking about the actual bloody problems without sugarcoating it. And while we're on that particular topic, get on a bloody normal upload schedule. And while we're on this note, Josh Scorcher is another notorious name, the conservative Christian. Yeah, I'm essentially going to repeat Lily's statement here from a few months ago. Josh is a decent analyst, but my god, he doesn't listen to anybody else. And finally, we have the music community. What can I say about the music community? To be honest, from my perspective, it is rather iffy. You have the people who are dedicated to their music, remain on a relatively consistent upload schedule, and otherwise make music for their intended viewers. But then you have the people who don't do any of those things, but keep their quality as high as they can. The music community, especially on YouTube, is hit or miss. Sometimes you may get a good character, sometimes you won't. It is pretty balanced in terms of creators, but otherwise, yeah. I'm just going to cut this repetitive rant short here. Overall, the YouTube community in and of itself is going pretty well. Most creators tend to be nice, but you will have the occasional drama monger and tabloid journalist that is willing to do anything to increase their viewers. Don't look at me like that, Anthony Aguilar, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. But otherwise, YouTube communities haven't really changed since I started watching YouTube way back in 2011. Now, here comes my thoughts on YouTube as a corporation and what they should change. Okay, first let me get the irrelevant elephant in the room out of the way. Do I think just because what I think is a problem, YouTube will change it? No. I know YouTube won't listen to me because A, YouTube is owned by a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and B, multi-billion-dollar corporations do change entire business plans because some 16-year-old guy from Portland with recording software and the urge to spread his own opinions on the internet said so. The world doesn't rotate and shift because I will it, nor should it. Anywho, moving on. First thought, YouTube, you are our platform. Let us deal with the haters. Your job is to make sure your website and software are up to par, as well as moderating your community. Let us handle the idiots on social media. Next, YouTube has this nice little monetization system. They manually evaluate videos to see if they are advertiser friendly, but those guidelines have gotten strict. Say one curse word, say one bad thing, regardless of context, and demonetized. Now some of you might say, well, Prism, most of the big channels don't really need ad revenue. The creators have other jobs to supplement their income. To which I reply, what about the smaller creators? What about the younger and newer ones just starting out on YouTube and just starting to make a following and get their videos demonetized for some stupid reason on YouTube's end? They need that ad revenue, and frankly, so do I. What YouTube needs to do is relax the advertising guidelines so that the smaller creators can get much needed revenue. Next, and this is specifically a moderation problem, please do something about the drama channels like FNGR, Keemstar, the Neo-Reactionaries, etc., etc. You have the power, and I know you see this happening, just nuke their channels already. We have done what we can from our ends, but we can't change their behavior. It then falls on you to fix the problems that we, the community, can't fix. Otherwise, YouTube is fine. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.